It is January 15th, 2025. 8 full days since Cookie was put to sleep. 9 counting the day itself. To recap, early in life, Cookie was diagnosed with a heart murmur. And December 2024, we found him under the Christmas tree, yellowing, pale gums, weight loss, lethargy, and he was taken to an ER. He was found that basically all his medical levels were garbage. They were all basically as low as they could be while keeping him alive, but barely. He was started on 0.4 milliliters of doxycycline twice a day every 12 hours and 5 milligrams of prednisolone twice a day every 12 hours taken together. For 5 weeks he improved and got so much better that he was even better than he was before he got on the meds. And as always, the second I start doing this, that's when people start walking around the house. It's like they wait. I swear they wait. Anyway, I'm just filming Posey, his half-sister, for something to look at. On January 7th, 2025, my dad took him for a vet appointment. The only concern they found was that his CBC was at 26% and not 30%. So they wanted to do more tests at a later date, but he came home perfectly happy. A couple hours later, I woke up, gave him a quick pet, a little kiss, and I said, "All right, Cookie, I'll be back later. Be good, behave, I love you." And I left at 12:20. I got home at 3:50 p.m. to Cookie sitting on my brother's bed with his mouth open, breathing heavily. And he was rushed to another ER. They said he was in heart failure. That, with all his other symptoms, the medications and everything, he likely had something called Evans syndrome, which from my research is a combination of multiple different autoimmune disorders. It can be a combination of a few different ones. And that he likely had a weak heart from birth. And the medicine just made it worse. They said it would be $2,000 to $3,000 to hospitalize him. It could take 6 to 12 hours for the meds to kick in. That might help him. But ultimately, they suggested that with everything he had already been through, that it would probably be time to talk about putting him to sleep. So on January 7th, 2025, around 8 p.m., I made the hardest choice of my life to put my little baby boy to sleep. He wasn't even 3 yet. We got him in May 2022 at 8 weeks old. And so he was 2 years old and about 10 months. What are you doing? Hey, no. Leave that alone. Stop it. Stop it. That's something we're trying to help her with right now. We have a cream for her, but she, won't leave it alone. Stop it. I'm not gonna let you do it. That's fine. So, I guess for updates and developments, it still doesn't feel real. It still feels like it was a long time ago, but at the same time that it never happened. It's just weird. I gotta wash the sheet on my bed because someone peed on it. If only there was someone I knew who did that. I wasn't looking forward to washing the sheet. In a weird way, I look at it like the ship of Theseus. It's just like, Cookie slept on that sheet. He liked to sleep in bed with me, and once it's washed, it's still the same sheets, but all the trace of Cookie's gone. His scent on it, his fur on it, all gone. Any stains that were left from me trying to give him his medicine, gone. And as I mentioned in other videos, it's just like he's slowly disappearing. One thing at a time, until eventually there's just going to be no trace of him left. And it's something like that that scares me. What also worries me is just that time keeps going. It's been 8/9 days now, and you know, time stops for no one. But at some point, he's going to be further away than how long I had him for. At some point, it'll be 2 months or 2 years and 9 months, and 2 years and 10 months, and then 2 years and 11 months, and then he'll just get further and further. And it's something like that I hate. Because, you know, he should still be here. That blanket she's sitting on has to be washed at some point too, but it's one of those things I'm hesitating on because he slept on it. After all, if I just washed everything, I'd have nothing left. Well, you know, aside from his favorite toy. I said it before, but he was always so proud of this. He would parade around the room with it. You know, just mouse in mouth, proudly dragging it because it was his kill. Another thing I can't bring myself to change is, where is it? Oh, this whole thing. Is, my dragon. It came with the D&D Lego set I bought over a year ago or so, when it first came out. And at some point he knocked it off the dresser and broke it. I thought about fixing it for a while, and then Cookie left. Now I can't bring myself to fix it. It was his kill, you know? It was my little boy's kill. I can't take that from him. Cookie the Dragon Slayer, you know? So I think I'll just leave him in pieces. And when I put together Cookie's altar, I'll just put the head there, like a trophy. You're leaving that spot alone, right? Right. That's fine. We're still looking into her itchy skin. She very aggressively scratches at herself and bites, so we think that maybe it's something with the food, or it's really cold right now, so it could be that. The vet gave us an ointment to put back here to try to help it heal. That's why you see me do that whenever she goes for like a bite, trying to stop her from hurting herself. It's not, I don't think it's an anxiety thing, but I think it's just that she's really dry and itchy, and so she bites. Stop it, please. Stop it. You can feel most of it like right here. Like, There's a scab. There's more here. Oh, sorry. Sorry. Am I bothering you? Hey, no biting. Teethies. Teethies. Watch the teethies. Let me get something real quick. There was a number I wanted to share. I went through my phone and I grabbed all the photos of Cookie that I could. And all the videos that were still left. 656 photos and videos of Cookie. And yeah, it doesn't feel like it'll be enough. I'll have to get them from my mom and my dad too and see what they have. My mom was just baby pics of them, but my dad should have a couple. But after that, no more. There'll be no more Cookie pictures ever again. Because he's not here to take photos of. I think I'm pretty solid on cremation. I'll just need to find a place for his urn and everything else. And then I'll have to buy some nice candles or incense or both. I have an alarm on my phone now, every day at 8 o'clock, just called to remember. Just so I remember to sit down and make these videos at the approximate time that I lost him. I don't know the exact time he left, but I have a photo of him laying still in the blankets after he got the shot at 8:02. And the last photo I have of him alive was 7:34. And as I always explain, they're clean. It's just when I cleaned out my dresser a while ago, I put them on the floor so I could sort through all the old clothes. And he started sitting there, so I just left it for him. Because Cookie liked to sit there. It's just another thing I have to throw away now. I know people might be like, oh, that's gross. They're clean. It's just hard to throw them away because it's one of the last spots I have of Cookie now. And once it's gone, it's gone. One of the hardest parts has been figuring out the vet bill and everything, What do I want? How many paw prints do I want? How many nose prints do I want? How many clay prints do I want? And they're not cheap. It's $43 just for the ink print of his paw. $43. Cremation is $246. It's $73 just for one clay print. You might be wondering, why would I want multiple ones? Just in case. If one breaks, if one gets lost. Or if I want to use one of them for a mold, maybe. And I could make little, metal trinkets or something with it. Because I have to think about, one, the money, but also, once I send in the bill, and I pay it, they send them off for cremation and the preparations. There's no undoing it. If it turns out I wanted more prints, if I wanted more clay, I can't do it. That's just it. I guess this gives me a good perspective of what I'll have to prepare for when my other cats go. I just wish I didn't have to trial run it on him. Because, he should still be here. He took all his medicine, and he was the kindest, sweetest boy in the world. He didn't deserve to go. I keep thinking about, what my therapist said of the guilt that comes after making a decision is normal, but that I did what I could, that I made the right choice, but it's hard to think that way. I just feel like a monster. That maybe I should have just taken the $2,000 or $3,000 debt and should have just tried. Because maybe he would still be here. And I wouldn't have to wake up without him. Or come home and open the door and not see him anymore. Or have to make any of these decisions. I truly expected that I would have another 15 years with him. And my baby boy was gonna be okay. I guess life was just so desperate to prove me wrong. Unfortunately for life, I'm not done having hope or seeing the beauty in the world. Even though one thing sucks, that doesn't mean everything does. And I know Cookie still appreciates the world, even if it was cruel. Even if he got dealt a shitty hand. There's still a lot of good to see in the world, And although losing Cookie has been horrible and heartbreaking, my perspective on that hasn't changed. Always worth something. There's always something worth fighting for. But I guess it's time for my messages. My first message is to you, the people at home. I've seen the last few videos have really popped, huh? 60 views each for some reason. I'm gonna guess YouTube algorithm kind of pushed these out. I don't think anyone ever watched the end. They watched for like a minute and then stopped, but that's fine. I just appreciate anyone coming to watch. Maybe you can relate, or not. Even you watching solidifies Cookie somewhere in your mind. And that's all I want. It's for my baby boy to be remembered always. Because he was the best boy. The best kitty you could ask for. And my other part of that message would just be, go pet your furry friends. Go snuggle them, go give them a treat, play with them, pet them, lay with them, put them on the couch or in bed, or let them do something silly, like on the counter. Take photos and videos. Cookie was only 2 years and 10 months old, and he was doing so good on the medicine. And then he was gone just like that. You don't know when the last day will be. So I guess my advice would just be, when it comes to your furry friends, just do it. Just pet them. Let them on the counter or on the bed or on the couch. Feed him scraps from the table. Because if tomorrow is the last day, you're really gonna regret not letting them do that. Or not having that moment. Or not taking that photo. Like I do. I regret not giving him treats. I regret not being home. I regret not bringing him to bed with me that night. And it's all I want to undo. So just don't end up like me. I would say treat every day like it's gonna be their last, but you know, don't want to overfeed them. But just make sure your furry friends know they're loved. At least for me. And the last bit of this video is dedicated to Cookie. Hey Cookie, hey Minnie Moo, wherever you are out there in the grand cosmos. I love you and I miss you. I hope you're enjoying the afterlife. I hope you have all the blankets, all the comfy spaces, all the treats and snacks and the toys, and that you're getting pet and snuggled all you could want. I really miss you. If the sign that I had, that dream the other night of me holding the urn, wasn't from you, or if you change your mind, then, you know, you can, just let me know. Otherwise, tomorrow, I guess will be the big day of, filing in the bill and starting the process, and I can't undo it then, so if you change your mind and you want burial instead, just let me know. Otherwise, I can't wait to bring you along on the grand journey of life and for us to be buried together at the end of it. You always have a place in my home, in my heart, in my soul, and in my life. There'll always be a spot for my precious baby boy, no matter what. I love you 3000. I love you to the moon and back. I love you with all those cheesy lines and sayings and phrases and more. I miss you so much, Minnie Moo. I love you with all of my heart and everything that I am and ever will be, Cookie. I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you, I love you. I love you, Cookie.